Hello, Princess. Yes, I am getting to this a lot sooner than I did last time. It is time for our pool chat and my final decree on Wonder of the Seas. So, it is actually really cold. I'm not sure what's been going on, but got to get through this quickly because I'm not used to this. Even though it has been quite warm lately, the pool is supposed to be warmer than this. I've got to talk to Grandma about that. Anyway, all right. So it was a good cruise. A lot of different things to talk about. I just want to talk about first some of my personal decisions as I was going into this. I'd mentioned that I think I've been in a cruising rut lately, kind of doing the same thing. So I wanted to change it up, and I think some was successful, some was not. So this time, I'm sure I mentioned, or you will see in the vlogs, I think they're going to come up after this. I did not go to the dining room at all. That was an actual decision. I figured I'm just going to go and eat at all the other complimentary venues, mostly the Windjammer, but of course Park Cafe and El Loco Fresh and all that kind of stuff. I also decided, since the team wasn't on board, I didn't go to any trivia contests or anything like that, which kind of freed up a lot of time, or it should have freed up a lot of time. But anyway, not really so much. I decided, because I had the upgrade, I was going to use the balcony. I want to have that experience. And a big one, I was going to pack light. I typically take a lot of clothes and not really equipment, but other things on a cruise. This time I thought, you know what, we're gonna just try to minimize it. No, minimize it. Go minimalist, whatever. So some things worked out, some things didn't, and well, let's talk about all of those. Well, let's start off with the I got my Wonder of the Seas cap going on here. Okay, let's start off with the personal fails. I did not redo any of the activities. I tend to be a very one and done kind of person, so if I've already done something, I don't really want to do it again. So I just didn't bother with the slides, the dry slide, the wet slides, the zip line, and all those other things. I did ride the merry-go-round again, but that was about it. I just kind of like bypassed everything because I'd already done it, which probably is not the best thing to do. I should have done all those things because they're included in the cruise, and they are really fun. So gotta remind myself next time, don't skip the activities. I failed at getting room service. I don't know how this is possible. It's super convenient. You just put the order in and they bring it. But there were so many other dining options that I wanted to do and try. It just didn't happen this time, and I really, really wanted to try room service. But next time, I promise. No promises. And packing light did not work. I do not know how I failed on this. I actually laid out only some t-shirts and some shorts. I didn't pack any fancy clothes or anything like that. I wasn't going to do formal night or anything. And I still ended up with my full complement of luggage bursting at the seams. And I came back, well, it could have worked, but I came back with a lot more clothes than I needed. So I guess I did the wear light correctly, just the pack light didn't go so well. So next time, we're just going to have to try a little bit harder on that. All right, let's get into the fails of the ship. All right, so Wonder of the Seas was destined for China, and they probably had planned, her launch over there for quite a long time. And I think that last-minute change to bring over here and start the season in Florida and then off to Europe kind of threw them off. There was a lot of things that really just weren't ready, and you could tell, especially around the entertainment. I mean, the hard product was fine. Everything worked, but it was interesting to see rehearsals going on throughout the day, and the theater shows not being ready. There not being a real headliner show or anything like that, which is kind of the hallmark of these big Royal Caribbean ships, like the Oasis class and the not Anthem class, the Quantum class, but we didn't have that on Wonder of the Seas, and it was kind of obvious to regular cruisers. A difference I really noticed with MSC was they weren't pushing a call center for guest services. There was a line quite frequently, and one thing that really worked on MSC was the guest services call center. I used it twice, and it worked very well. And they nagged you to do it, by the way, constantly in the announcements. Call the call center, and it worked. Here, they never mentioned it, and there was frequently a line at guest services. Fortunately, not when I needed a new key, but a lot of the other time, yes, there was a line. Also, as for shows, apparently there's not going to be a Royal Original show. So not only a marquee show, a marquee theater show, but no Royal Original like Flight. Now, people are saying that there was a version of, I think, Spectrum's show, no, Odyssee's show was supposed to be here, but not even mentioned, and they weren't even rehearsing it or anything, so don't know what's going to happen with that. They did, however, do a great job with the supplementary entertainment to fill in the gaps left by the switchover for China, I guess. They had a great juggler, they had comedians, a magician, and a high wire act, and all those things were fantastic. Kind of the entertainment you would get on some smaller ships that don't have the facilities for the big shows. So I actually enjoyed that. So I didn't really miss these other things. It's just noticed them because they weren't there. But overall, she'll be ready probably for Europe in the 4 or 5 weeks that it's going to take her to get over there. But for us, it was basically a dress rehearsal. And I guess we were just extras on the set, which an interesting experience. I'm glad I was there, but yeah, you could really tell. All right, now we get into the good stuff. The ship wins, because of course there is a lot to like about Wonder of the Seas. First, very appreciated. Boarding was easy. It was easy as it could be. I did get there a little bit late, but and that didn't mean there weren't too many crowds, but I didn't stop. I did stop one time for maybe 30 seconds while they scanned my set sail pass and verified my passport. That was it. I did not stop walking at any other time, even with security, because there was nobody there. You just dump your things on the belt, you walk through the machine, grab, and go. So almost non-stop, unlike MSC, which took that hour and a half. So yeah, when I complain about it, it's legit. So always appreciate that. I did mention all of the hard product activities were ready. So the slides were ready, the zip line was running, the flow rider was running, mini golf was running. All of that was good to go. No problems there. So don't know why that wouldn't be ready, but yeah, it was all good. I just wish I had done it. The windjammer was great. I really enjoyed every meal I had there. Got a couple things that maybe weren't so great, but overall it was a very good experience. And maybe it's because they're trying to put on a good show, but yeah, it was a step up from what I'm used to on Royal, so I did really appreciate that. One thing I will do in the future is pay a lot more attention to the theme nights, because depending on your taste, it is a huge difference. And if you like the theme of food, you definitely got to go and check that out. So in addition to looking at the main dining room menus, I will be finding out the the theme in the buffet, because that's going to influence my eating decisions. I love the Tron canopies. They are fantastic. They are very cool looking, and it's nice sitting in the solarium. I still don't know if the other ones are all closed in, because it was completely climate controlled. I'm always a bit cool. That kind of threw me off, but a really good new look for the ship. So yeah, they did good there. And oh yes, the hot tub where we did our MSC final decree was actually hot. Yes, believe it or not, a hot tub on a cruise ship. Don't know why this is so hard to figure out for other cruise lines, but yes, Royal got it. A hot tub. Very simple. Now, through this experiment, I did learn a few things about my cruising style, and I'm going to remember them in the future, because they do make a difference. Things I like, things I didn't like. And if I hadn't have changed it up this time, I wouldn't know. First, pretty important, I did not miss the drink package. Okay, this is the first time I cruised without a drink package in a very, very long time, but between just buying a few drinks here and there and the wine that I took on board, I was fine. I didn't really feel like I wanted it. I didn't really feel like I would use it, and it turned out that I didn't use it. So it was the right call not to get it this time. As for the future, I don't know. I am now Diamond on Royal, so I will get some complimentary drinks every day, so that might fill the gap, those plus wine. I don't know. Next time I cruise on Royal, I'm not going to get it again, just to see how that works out. But if it's a party cruise or something like that, you know what? It's always an option. Probably next time I sail on Carnival, I will get it. Cheers is a better deal, I think. So that's a very high priority there. But yeah, I didn't miss it. So even if you keep getting it all the time, maybe try once without it and see how it goes. On the flip side, though, I realized I like the dining room experience. I like sitting down. I like the waiter coming by. I like looking at the menu. I like that whole procedure, that whole ritual. It is one of my cruise things, and I'm not going to skip the dining room every night like I did this time. I'm going to split dining room, buffet, other venues, but yeah, I just have to go to the dining room because it is one of my cruise things. Similarly, I miss the trivia games, and I don't know, I usually end up playing by myself, which is fine. I kind of do pretty well, which I enjoy, but I just like the game. I just like playing the game and, you know, the questions and answers, so I will not be skipping trivia as much as I did in the future because, well, it is also one of my cruise things. Another cruise thing, and it's really only a cruise thing, is I do like to play dress up, which is why I take a lot of clothes. And I kind of missed it this time. So maybe not as much. I might not dress up every night. I might not take 3 outfits per day, but I do like doing that because, you know, with the way things are, you know, the whole work at home thing, I don't really get the opportunity to do that. So on a cruise is when I get to wear all these nice clothes that I have. So yeah, I'm not going to skip that next time. Also, you know what, next time? I'm going to get off the ship in a port that I have been to, believe it or not. I don't know. Last few cruises, it's all been about the ship and the experience. And I haven't really felt compelled to go ashore, especially in some of the regular ports that I've been to a bunch of times, like even Nassau. But next time, I think I'm going to do that. I don't know if I'm going to take a shore excursion, but I will at least get off the ship, you know, break up the monotony a little bit, and see what everyone else is doing. And finally, and this is kind of a weird one, I always take pictures of the crew. I actually take pictures of their name tags for the survey. Great way to remember their names, by the way. And I realized it's kind of awkward taking the picture of the name tag of certain crew. It's, I don't know, I feel a little bit sketchy doing it, but I know, they don't seem to mind, and, you know, they want the recognition, so otherwise I will forget. I'm sorry, I will forget the names, so it's either take a picture or don't get recognized. Anyway, I also noticed one thing, as an aside, all these royal ships, in the class, they're all the same. They are virtually identical, except maybe for the pub name and a few little things here and there. The theming is not different, unlike the Norwegian ships. All the Norwegian mega ships all have different themes and a lot of different venues. And it was kind of interesting. I was like, here on Wonder of the Seas, I was like, well, it's just like Symphony. You know, I don't really feel compelled to sail the other Oasis-class ships because I think they are all the same. Whereas the Norwegian ships, they're all different enough to really notice, which is why I say Escape is my favorite cruise ship still, but I think Bliss will be, even though it's the same class of ship. Well, anyway, that is my final decree on my 1 week, 7-day voyage aboard the inaugural sailing of Wonder of the Seas. I did have a good time. I really enjoyed it. Glad I went. And there were, I don't know, some not really issues here and there. I guess while it was a bit, I don't say even disappointing, because I mean, it's asking a lot. The state of the ship and how some things weren't ready with the entertainment. They did a really good job in, I don't know, not really making it right, but just, I don't know, making sure the guests had a great time. Didn't have a big spectacular show. That was totally fine. And, you know, you're going to see, I'm going to nitpick certain things, especially around this. But, yeah, it really is nitpicking. A week on a luxury cruise ship, oh boy, am I so thankful for my problems.